start as well, and he was right up there.
Darrell was really ready for a great race. He was very quick in free practice here. This weekend, something has really clicked. And actually, maybe it's the fact that he's driven the car 2 consecutive weekends, because as we know with Darrell, he's in a Porsche, he's in a GT car, he's in a sports car, he's in a 4-wheel drive Lamborghini Gallardo, he's in a rear-wheel drive, a front-wheel drive, and a 4-wheel drive in different weekends. It's hard to keep to grips with it. Listen to the roar now.
They'll get a good toe off the Ford. The Ford hasn't been setting the world on fire in straight line and speed traps, so Michelitz could have a go at him.
And in front, Oriola thought about Montero. Here comes Norbert down the inside. I think James Nash will do well to let him go, but the door's open. Through comes McDowell. Nash was trying to be cautious there and not get involved in anything he didn't want to.
Nash will have the inside for turn 2.
Yes, he will. He'll be back inside McDowell. It's a long corner. Look at the grip that the Chevy's got. Just drives around the outside there, and he's still looking well under control. Alex McDowell completes the move. It took 3 corners to do it, but he's there. Oh, here comes Nash again.
One of the problems for Nash, Martin, is they're having to run this new suspension system to make them comply with the FIA regulations. And with that, they're stuck. It's been such a rush job to get it in and get it into the system since the last race that they're stuck with large cambers on it, qualifying camber, but that's going to kill the tyres for a race distance.
Gabrielli watching from the garage. I don't know why they're booing him. It wasn't him that punted Norbert off. He got put it off himself. And also, actually, as we ride with James Nash, we've got the first Bamboo engineering car of Alex McDowell in front. Right behind is the second one, Pasquale Di Sabatino, just 2 cars further back. So Pasquale, who got balked really badly in qualifying, has come a long way up the order from his grid spot as well, and he's currently riding in 11th place.
Oh, that's good. Let's have a good look at the back of the leader, see what's... See Muller's car sliding, and he's got a real four-wheel drift going into there, so he's, there's no hanging back in team orders at the moment.
And yet you can still hear the tyre scrubbing, the outside tyre scrubbing around the corner. No matter how loose they try and make the car, it's working the tyres really hard. Right, the crowd are on their feet as the leaders come by, but they're just stretching their legs ready for Norbert. Muller leads by 1.1 from Huff, 0.6 ahead of Menu, and they sense the approach of Michaelis. You can hear it now, probably in the background, as they come past our commentary position. Benani still 4th, Montero 5th, Oriola 6th, and Michaelis in 7th place.
Yeah, we're just approaching mid-distance. Sort of the end of this lap is where the tyre degradation is. The tyres are going to start falling off the cliff. And so it's going to be interesting to see. You know, it's status quo at the front at the moment, but this is going to be see who's looking after the tyres the best, who's driving the cleanest, the smoothest. It's all going to come as important factors.
But how many times over the years have we heard all the front-wheel drive teams hold their hands up after qualifying and going, I don't know how we'll survive 3 laps on this surface. The degradation is so extreme. We'll be lucky to have any brakes left after corner 3 or 4. Think about Portimao a couple of years ago. You know, woe is me from everybody in a front-wheel drive car. In the end, front-wheel drive cars won both races. There were no punctures, no disasters, no brakes failed, nothing. It's like the Monaco Grand Prix with the Red Bull last year. You know, on a set of tyres that you would never keep on the car in free practice. When you're in a race, you'll put up with any amount of rubbish to get in front of the car or to stay in front of the car. And so they'll cling on, and lots of them will have tyre degradation. But
tell you what, Weber's all over the back of Nash like a nasty rash at the moment. He's got to keep that Ford ever so tight.
And he's got Coronel with him as well. So again, we saw Coronel struggling for straight line speed to get by James Thompson, who's now dropped back down to 14th place. Again, maybe that car is really overworking its tyres. I mean, it was a real suck it and see setup they came up with. They've not done any testing on it. The car's only just been completed. It rolled out of the workshops and onto a track for the first time on Tuesday for about half an hour at Manicourt to make sure not too much leaked. And right inside Nash, little touch. Down the straight as well, Michaelis is closing up fast on Oriola. And Huff and Menu for second. Huff stays inside. Menu's got better pace and Muller's getting away. Michaelis stays 7th, but fastest lap of the race for him. And Huff is under pressure. Alain Menu, who made adjustments to the car in morning warm-up, they really seem to have worked. He's going very well indeed. Yeah,
Michaelis is actually the only car on the lead lap who's lapping at the same pace as the Chevys at the front. So he's on the move.
So we got 17 of our 22 starters left. Stefano D'Aste we lost as well. Didn't see when or where. Engsler, Tarquini, and both special tuning cars are out. James Nash trailing a bit of lightweight rear bumper, or in fact it's the front bumper. They've made a new lightweight front bumper that saves 5 kilos. The rear one is a standard production part. Look at this, down the inside, Tom Coronel gets by Gabor Weber, who had just got by James Nash. So Coronel picking up 2 corners, two people from the last corner to the first corner.
Oh, one more place. He's 11th now. He didn't think he was going to get in the top 10 today, so and every point's valuable.
Well, no, don't forget, he told us earlier on he's going to run on the most used tyres he can in the race. That was his early plan, but now...
In race 1, he's saving some better ones for race 2.
Well, no, he was trying to save 2 sets for next week for the Salzburg ring. Stefano D'Aste had a front puncture and came into the pits. Looking here at Thiago Montero, 5th place, then Oriola and Mikulits, and Oriola drifting away in the middle of the corner. Norbert's got more front end on the BMW than Pepe can summon up in the Seat.
We're still only at half distance, so this is going to be coming to BMW territory soon. As it looks after its tyres better.
Don't look at the cars, look at the crowd. They are loving this. And Norbert had a bit of coming from behind last year as well. There is the team boss, Zoltan Zengo, on board with Norbert. Is he going to throw it to the inside? He is not. The Seat very quick in a straight line in Oriola's hands. And Thiago Montero, in fact, staying away from Pepe, even though he's got the older and what seems to be less quick Lehman engine in his white machine. Yeah,
we've got 3 specs of engines in the Seat this weekend. We've got poor old Tom Boardman still in the diesel version, and then you've got the Eureka and the older spec which Montero's got. So he's doing well to hang on up there.
Okay, here comes Mikulits. This is a fast run up to corner 4, little dab on the brakes, and Oriola turns in the back of the car, not liking the gripping anymore. Oriola's having to throw it at the apex now to get it to where he wants it to be, to keep the door shut.
You just, you know it's going to be a matter of time before Mikulits is through. You just wanted to get on with it and move further on up.
But the problem is there are so many corners here, Matt, as we talked about in free practice, where you need somebody to make a big error to allow you to get through. You almost have to wait the whole lap till you get to the first and second corners.
Yeah, the one problem for Mikulits is that Seat 1.6, the Eureka 1.6 engine does give phenomenal torque, and that's why Tarquini can get such a good jump on the starts. But so the punch out the corners will be very strong and sort of contradict, the advantages that he's got with the BMW with traction.
Well, what he's got to do is keep piling on the pressure, try and force an error out of Pepe Oriola for that 6th position. Out front still, Muller, Huff, Menu, 1, 2, 3. Menu's not given up. And we gather that James Thompson has got an engine that is starting to fluff a little bit. So he's dropping back down the order. Again, it's really day 2 of that engine program. Mikulits comes across the line and Oriola is pulling away from him in a straight line. So he's going to have to go 1 to 2 if he wants to get by. He won't make a move into corner 1. He's not close enough yet. But he's piling on the pressure. Can he force Pepe to go wide under braking? He can't yet. So time is running out. This is lap 8 of 12. Down the hill they come, and he's still pushing Oriola. Not literally, but really applying mental pressure. And, this is now where Oriola, who has to have a dab of the brakes in the middle of the corner to try and avoid running out too wide. So he gets the run through corner 3 correct. This is where Oriola's got to ignore the orange and black car and just concentrate on the track.
Yeah, you forget, we all forget how young Oriola is. He's only just 17, isn't he? So, he's got a phenomenal learning thing. Just a little lock-up. It's very scrabbly turning into 5.
Oh, and James Thompson comes down pit road. Oh, let's have a look here. He's got Charles Eng inside him. There was no contact there. Eng having to climb the curbs to ensure there wasn't no man, so he doesn't go and see John Clermont afterwards.
That's all right, Mary. It's no problem.
Hey, there you are. Into the garage to talk to the nice man at Orica.
Well, it's still running, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
There in the black jacket, that's the Orica engine guy. And again, all eyes, and rightly so, because this is the battle of the race at the moment. Oriola, and of course, this has extra